Alright, before starting the video, I do not condone the use of cigarettes. If you have trouble with addiction, please reach out to an addiction hotline. This is all done in a professional environment by a professional. Please adhere to YouTube guidelines before reviewing this video. So guys, we're back with another video. It's going to be the second review of the day. We are reviewing, well, I gotta wash down with some Diet Coke after my Newport review. Can't go wrong with Diet Coke. Today, we're reviewing the Belmont 20 king-size cigarettes charcoal filter. Now, it is very hard to see. And honestly, I like the packaging. It's pretty good. Anyways, so on this side it has the barcode and taste and quality matter. And then on the back side it's the same. And for some reason, I honestly don't know where this pack comes from. I honestly don't, because I very rarely see this pack. So if anyone knows anything about this pack specifically, please let me know in the comments. I tried to do some research and I couldn't find a lot. So these might not even be real Belmonts, but I might be wrong. And then on this side, for some reason, I'm assuming these are the American packs, for duty-free sales only. And I'm trying to find... I can't find anything that says where this pack is from. That is very weird. So, yeah. I'm going to take out a cigarette and review it. And of course, I do not encourage the use of cigarettes. If you have trouble with addiction, please reach out to an addiction hotline. Please adhere to YouTube guidelines before reviewing this video. This is all done in a professional environment. So these ones are 20 king-size cigarettes, but they're very, very slim. Like, I'll compare it to a regular body of a cigarette, like the Newports, because that's what I have right next to me. And you can tell they are very thin and small compared to a Belmont or a Newport or what you'd usually find. So I find that very odd. I don't know if that's how they were made or just how they are. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I'm going to try and do this without spoiling something. So right here you can see, as some American and native brand cigarettes, it has the lines on the paper. And then one thing I find very cool about these cigarettes is it says Belmont right on the filter with the little orange arrow, it looks like. And these are the charcoal filters. So without further ado, I'm going to light the cigarette, of course. Please review YouTube's guidelines before reviewing this video. This is all done in a professional environment. If you have trouble with addiction, please reach out to an addiction hotline. I do not encourage the use of cigarettes. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right, eh? Right off the bat, I gotta say, it's very comparable to American cigarettes when it comes to the tobacco. So I want to say these are American Belmonts, but I'm not entirely sure. Please correct me in the comments. So, gotta say these... right off the bat, the draw is very, very restricting. I'm finding I'm having to just to get the smoke out. It's very weird, I gotta say. But besides that, the tobacco taste is honestly pretty good. It's kind of like an American harshness mixed with a Canadian blend. So some facts about the company. It started in the 60s with charcoal cigarettes, or charcoal filtered cigarettes with a white filter right there. And it originally started as Rothman, Benson, and Hedges cigarettes. And then the branding was changed when they went international. And they are a Canadian brand. So that's why I'm a little confused, because I don't see these a lot in Canadian stores and Canadian reservations. But when I do go to a reservation, allegedly, that allegedly sells American cigarettes, I find these, which I find pretty weird if it's a Canadian brand. So please give me as much information as you can in the comments below, because I am genuinely curious about this, because I did try researching before the video and I couldn't find anything at all. I gotta say, it's not too bad. I'm gonna take another sip of my pop right here, Diet Coke. Not sponsored, but they're pretty good. Diet Coke is honestly one of the best pops in the world. She's empty and I have to throw it out after filming this video. I just have it on the shelf here, then after filming I have to go throw it out. About halfway done. I'm going to do a body now, then when I get down to right around where the filter is, I'm going to do another body test. Not a bad body. I gotta say it's more than the Newports, just a little bit more. I gotta say it's pretty good. But I'm gonna say right off the bat, these aren't gonna rank very high. Higher than the Marlboros, which honestly, now that I'm trying out these other brands, I'm gonna even lower the rating even more, from an 8 out of 10 all the way down to like a 3 out of 10. Like, I don't like that harshness in the tobacco in the American brands. That's why I'm not looking forward to doing my review on Camel Blues, because they're pretty similar to the Marlboros. But make sure you subscribe so you can see that. I very rarely ask for subscribers, but right now, since it's early stages of the channel, it would mean a lot. And yeah, you get to see a Canadian review cigarettes, which you don't see every day. Because Jacob fucking Jones is American and he tries a bunch of stuff, but some stuff he doesn't review from Canada. And as a Canadian, I love to express my opinions on these cigarettes. But yeah, these are pretty long burning, I gotta say. Tell you right now, this is gonna be a longer review than the Newports. Alright, now that we're close to the bottom, I'm going to do another body test, and then I'm going to put out the cigarette and say my final review. Not too bad. Do one more drag and then I'm going to put it out. Now that I'm going to go put it out in my ashtray here. I'm going to say my final answer. Honestly, they're not too bad. I've got to find that they're way too restricting for what I like. Oh, this is going to be a tough one to place. So right now I have DKs at a 9.5 out of 10, I think. Something like that. Like, DKs are my 10 out of 10. Like, those are my favorites. Newport's at 9.5. Marlboro's 3 out of 10 for sure. Canadian Goose Lights were at, I think, a 5 out of 10. I didn't really like those too much. And I forget what else I reviewed on this channel. I'm gonna have to go and do a cigarette tier list later, huh? So anyways, back to that. It's gonna be a tough one. So I want to say 6 out of 10 badly, but they're a pretty good baseline, I've got to say. Pretty bland flavor, but the draw is restricting. Final answer, a solid 5.5 out of 10. I've got to say, 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm pretty confident with a 5.5 out of 10. So that's it for the video. I don't know what I'm going to review next. Probably Camel Blues. Maybe DeMalt Silvers. I think that sounds like a good idea. What do you guys say? Anyways, see you guys on the next review.